Right, one artifact to go and we can move on to the crater and whatever it holds. Which means the especially mutated Metroid and Ridley will come soon. I'm definitely looking forward to dealing with both of them. Of course, I'm also looking forward to the credits rolling on this game, considering how long I've been working at it. Right, onwards and upwards. I wonder how different the elevator rides in the later Metroid Primes will look. Right, guess we're gonna have to take another elevator to go to the Talon Overworld. Thankfully, that's the sector that we have to be in when we send out all the artifacts we've gathered this far into the game. I doubt we'll see anything fresh on our way back to that sector, but I suppose it couldn't hurt to keep an eye out. Not sure if I should be curious why I decided to kill those beetles, or just chuckle that they gave us some health. Again, it feels downright random when we do and don't get healing after killing an enemy in this game. I'm pretty sure that the 2D games are more consistent than this one. But then Fusion and Dread both felt more challenging than this game in several ways. Maybe it's just downright unfair to compare the 2D games with the 3D ones, even if they are in the same franchise. Ah, well. At least now we have the original Metroid Prime pretty much done, so we have a bar to measure the other Metroid Primes against. Okay, so it's probably somewhere within the Life Grove. I can't think of any other groves they could have been referring to. At the very least, I didn't see anything else with the word grove on it as we check the map for this area. So close to the end, yet still somehow it feels so far away. Well, it couldn't hurt to deliver all the artifacts we currently have before I keep searching for the final one. Again, I don't really see the point in us getting this cutscene absolutely every time we arrive here. I really wish it felt more like an accomplishment to get all this done, especially considering the sheer amount of time and effort it takes to get all the artifacts here. Yet all I can do is groan that we've been gathering artifacts for quite a while now, and there is little to just explore on this planet anymore. Well, I suppose this is as good a time as any to save. Then we get to the grove and find the last of those bloody artifacts. Well, that's an annoying distance from our ship, but then I suppose it makes sense that the last artifact isn't practically next door to the place we would have to bring in. Just how many hours ago were we still dealing with flying pirates and beetles? Not managing a clean swing to the other side didn't lose us all that much time, but it doesn't really make me feel like I've become especially more skilled at the end of the game than I was at the beginning. But then it's not like I've displayed an especially notable amount of skill as we worked with Samus in the 2D games anyway. I just get the job done time after time, and of course I have fun doing it. Can you really ask for more than that? Definitely a very annoying trek to get to the specific room we need to get to. Though this is probably only feels annoying because it is the absolute final artifact and we're done after this. The last barrier between us and the end of the game. And it doesn't help that we've been through these hallways a few times before now. So it doesn't really feel like we're going towards anything new, when we damn well know there's something critical here. Just how many times have we destroyed that pair of turrets? And I'm pretty sure we're going to have to destroy them yet again on our way back out. Why did I even bother switching back to the power beam if I was just gonna switch back to the plasma like that anyway? It's not like they do extra damage to the tentacles down here. Okay, so it's possible to get higher up in here, but it's a pain in the ass to pull off. Definitely feels like more effort than it's worth. But then I suppose I'm not really the judge of how much the things we grab are worth. Right. Another hit from the exact same buffer creature in the exact same spot. The first time it happened, it felt impressive, even as part of me felt it was cheap, since there was no way I could have considered or pulled off a dodge against that attack from that angle. But now that it's happened so often, that the only reason I noticed it is because I'm trying to come up with more to say as we travel through very familiar ground and fight the exact same enemies we've seen plenty of other times in this same room. Again, it feels like this game was not meant to actually go on for this long. Regardless of what the game designers intended when they set things up, it just feels like a good portion of the middle of the game drags on in an unnecessary way. This is certainly familiar looking, but then everything looks familiar this far in. Just like last time, it feels like we should be able to get higher up, but I can't quite manage it, though I can certainly get frustratingly close. Am I doing something wrong as I try to get up there, or am I just not meant to get up there? It can be pretty difficult to tell, especially when you're just grazing the edge of where you want to try to be. As hypnotic as it might be to watch this, I'm clearly not making any progress here. I should have given up a good deal sooner than this, but to be fair, we've been going through a scavenger hunt for keys with surprisingly little other than that for a long time now. That really makes it significantly harder to tell when you're being far too stubborn, or if you're just trying to grab something new for the sake of finding something new. Oh, son of a bitch! Isn't that just typical? Bloody hell! At least now I know it's actually possible to get up there, which means we're gonna stay here even longer as I keep trying to get to that spot again, only without overshooting it this time. Not the first time I've said this, but it's worth saying again. That was far too much trouble for just a missile expansion, especially since missiles aren't as important as they were in the 2D games for the most part. Okay, so we're supposed to drain the water here? My mistake. We just had to activate some rather odd platform thing to get the artifact. I suppose I can't call it all that odd, considering how we got to several of the other artifacts in this game. All I can really say is thank God we are done grabbing artifacts and can move on to the remaining major moments of the game. And great, my first issue is trying to remember how to get out of this grove when there's only one door. So the ghosts only show up when we're trying to leave the place. Seems like a somewhat annoying way to make things last just a little bit longer. Especially since the ghosts haven't felt all that scary this far into the game for a while. And apparently we didn't even need to fight them. Guess that's all that's left in this clip is getting to the save point and bracing myself for whatever comes next. Never did figure out how to get to that door in this taller room though. That's a bit annoying to me. Sure, it would probably be something very frustrating to actually manage to get in there and only find a minor upgrade of some kind, but still, I'm pretty sure that's the only unexplored room left in the entire game outside of whatever's in the crater area. And I'd like to say, I've pretty thoroughly explored a lot of this game before moving to the end, considering just how long we've had to explore it all. I'm also oddly disappointed we didn't have a boss fight with whatever monster has all these tentacles underwater. Though considering how the tentacles have been pulled off in this game, I somehow doubt if they did have a boss fight against something tentacle related that it would be all that different from what we dealt with when destroying that flower monster early on. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny how the beginning of this game feels so much more memorable than the middle. Here's hoping. that the end of the game is especially memorable as well. Well, we're certainly never gonna see that underwater staircase again, along with plenty of other terrain. Definitely looking forward to getting to Metroid Prime 2, but again, I'm probably going to do some other games between this one and that one just for the sheer sake of not burning myself out. I'm already pretty damn tired of just getting to the end of this game. Considering just how long the search for the artifacts was, can you blame me? Definitely hope that's the last of the jetpack pirates we have to deal with. There have just been far too many of them to consider special by any definition of the word.